Hi everyone, my name is Devan, and today I want to talk about managing expectations. Starfield is slated to release this November, and many outlets are expecting the first gameplay reveal to be this summer. During E3 last year, the first teaser was dropped, and since then, there has been non-stop speculation and debate over one thing: manual flight control. People want to get into their ship and fly it around space. And the fact that this is such a contentious topic with so much time left before the game's release is a bit of a problem in my opinion. People's expectations for this game are getting to the point where if the game is revealed to not have manual spaceflight, some people will be disappointed before the game is even released. A lot of fans are trying to keep expectations low ahead of the reveal. That way, if spaceflight is not there, it won't be a problem, and if it is there, it will be a nice surprise. They know that Bethesda has never done vehicle combat, and implementing a flight system in space is a challenging endeavor, let alone making a good one. And if we look at other major RPGs that take place in space, Mass Effect, Knights of the Old Republic, Outer Worlds, space travel to get from planet to planet is really just a loading screen in those games. So many fans aren't expecting more than that, but that hasn't stopped the speculation from getting out of hand. I've even heard some people say that Starfield will be the Star Citizen killer. And how can you blame them? The first teaser showed the pilot getting in the cockpit. Much of the concept art has pictures of ships. Even Todd Howard has talked about the magic of defying gravity and taking off from a planet. So much of the marketing has alluded to space travel and flight. I think that the Starfield team needs to get ahead of this and clearly address how space travel will be handled during the summer presentation. They need to explain how you take off from a planet, how you land on a planet, if there will be space combat, and if you can manually fly the craft. This would help set proper expectations for the game on the lead up to its release. Now let's take a look at another game, Cyberpunk 2077. As we all know, Cyberpunk was released as a buggy mess that was unplayable for some people. They've since fixed the game, and most people would agree that it's now a very good game, and some would even say that it's a great game. But even if it launched with no bugs and was polished to a T, many people would have still been disappointed with the game. Why? Because the Cyberpunk team wasn't clear on how the three different life stories, the Corpo, the Nomad, and the Street Kid, would impact the gameplay. People thought that they could replay the game with a different life story and experience meaningful changes. There was non-stop speculation about all of the cool things people thought they would be able to do as these different life paths, even though the devs didn't directly say that it would be a major component. In reality, the differences between the life paths were shallow and minor. Clarifying this before release would have helped to mitigate this disappointment. There is an enormous amount of pressure on Starfield at the moment. This is Bethesda's chance to regain all of the goodwill that was lost after the release of Fallout 76. This is also the game that many Xbox fans have been waiting for years, an expansive, single-player, open-world game that is a console exclusive. The last feeling that anyone would want is disappointment, because a feature that they thought would be in the game isn't there. My hope is that space travel will be handled similarly to how ships were handled in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I'm hoping that you would be able to fly around in space and explore, and when you reach a planet, you will be asked if you want to land. A cutscene will then show your ship landing, and you will be loaded onto that planet. Seamless planetary landings are out of the question in my opinion, since the technological challenge would be too great. In any case, I think it's still going to be a great game, and I'm excited for it. Whichever direction they choose, I'm sure it will be a unique experience. So what are your thoughts? Are you expecting manual spaceflight? Would you be disappointed if it's not there? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and thank you for listening.